Second story of the day I want to talk about is the MAGA hat Native American situation that caught the media by storm. So what happened was, I talked about it a lot. The media just absolutely lied about it. And I know, even if, say you're watching this on YouTube or something, you're like, oh my God, this guy's terrible. Just listen to what I say. That's all I ask is consideration. You don't know what I'm saying. You don't know what I stand for. You probably don't know who I am if you've never seen my videos. Listen to what I'm saying, and you're probably going to agree with me unless you want to live a lie. No one wants to live a lie. Just listen to what I'm saying. So there's a bunch of kids, I think it was a pro-life rally, which is, anti-abortion, aka like don't kill fetuses with a heartbeat. They're standing there, they're rallying, and for 2 hours, black Israelites were harassing them or at least yelling at them, and the kids were doing pretty much nothing. They didn't say anything negative back. You had black Israelites saying stuff that was homophobic. You had black Israelites screaming at black kids. There were 2 black kids in the audience, in the group of kids. Keep in mind they're teenagers, and you have fully grown adults doing this, which is what the black Israelites do all over the place. They stand on the street and they scream at everyone. They say, America's going to be destroyed. We're the real people of Israel. Americans are terrible. White people and Jews are terrible. I mean, even if you agree with that, I'm not like, that's what they do. They're not Bible readers. So the media misreported every single aspect of it. They said they're just for Bible reading African Americans. They're not Bible readers. They're black Israelites. So even if you're going to support black Israelites, just tell the truth about it. That's all. I don't care if you disagree with me. Just stop lying about everything. They're not Bible readers, CNN. They're black Israelites. And they were screaming, harassing the kids, calling them Kanye West, telling them to get out. They're going to rip out his organs, calling them the N-word, telling these kids to go back to Europe, screaming racial and homophobic slurs at black and white people for 2 hours. It's all on video footage. And then this one guy and a Native American who, let's just keep it real. First off, I'm going to say, I went to Blexit. Thank you, Candace Owens, for having me. That was amazing. I got to speak in front of hundreds of people, host a hip-hop panel, cool stuff. I kid you not. The first 2 people who came up and took pictures with me, hundreds of people did, it was crazy, but the first 2 took pictures and said, I'm a Native American for Trump. I love your videos. 2 Native American guys who said, thank you, Anomaly. So here's what you have to understand first of all. Native Americans come in all shapes and sizes, and there's a lot of great people. Not all white people are good. Not all white people are bad. Not all black people are good. Not all black people are bad. Not all Jews are good. Not all Jews are bad. Not all Asians are good. Not all Asians are bad. Not all Christians are good. Not all Christians are bad. Not all Muslims are good. Not all Muslims are bad. No group is all good or all bad. You have to understand that. So fast forward to what I'm saying. Native Americans, not every Native American has the victim card so much that there's nothing they could do wrong. There's a lot of really amazing Native Americans, and Native American culture is beautiful. And I stand with the Native Americans. But some of them like Trump. Some of them like Bernie Sanders. Some of them like Hillary Clinton. Some of them are great people. Some of them suck. Not all Native Americans are great people. Some of them suck. And this one, based on my evidence, I'm not saying he sucks, but he probably sucks. So he goes up and he starts walking towards them. There's video footage. So the media, even if you want to say the kids are in the wrong, hear me out. You have to tell the true story unless you're a liar. Like, I'm not sitting here saying this happened, this happened, this happened. Tell the truth or you're a liar. Just say, I'm a liar. I'm going to skew and lie about the story to fit my agenda and threaten little kids because I'm a fully grown adult. If that's how you feel, I would have more respect for you if you just went out and said that instead of lied about it. So this guy literally walks 15 or 20 feet to the kids. It's not even debatable if the kids surrounded him or not. The kids didn't run around him and start screaming at him. That's 0% what happened. So much so that Jake Tapper from CNN retracted his story. Philip DeFranco, who's a good guy, tells the truth a lot, but tends to lean left and get a little social justice-y. He apologized. Jamie Lee Curtis apologized. S.E. Cupp with 2 P's from CNN, she's an analyst, apologized. Even the mainstream media, who lies about a lot, they even apologized because this video footage was so blatantly obvious, they couldn't even lie about it because it's like, this is so obvious. The guy walked 20 feet up to them, right up to his face, and started banging the drum in his face. They didn't surround him. He walked into them purposely, and then they started having fun with it. At 2 hours, I'm going to be honest, I was not the best kid when I was 15. I wouldn't have had this restraint. These kids, I mean, they must be good Catholics because I would not have acted like this. I would have been like, dude, F these people. Like, I was a little rowdy boy, I'm not going to lie. So if I'm getting yelled at by black Israelites and some Native American douche guy comes up and bangs a drum in my face, starts yelling, I would have had fun with it probably, but I was not as chill as I am now. I was a rowdy child. So the restraint they had after getting yelled at, they were dancing and having fun with them. They weren't mocking him. They literally just like, hey, making light of a terrible situation. So what saints these kids really were. You know, if they were dicks, I have no problem saying, these kids in MAGA hats suck. These kids suck. I have no problem saying that. These kids are douche losers who need a spanking from their parents or something. I don't know about that. That's creepy. But do people still spank people? I don't know. I'm not a parent. Anyway, I would have no problem calling them out just because they have MAGA hats. It doesn't make them a good person. But these kids, if you look at the video, the full video footage, they were saints with how they were acting. So they danced, and then they started doing like a little Native American chant. I don't know that they weren't mocking him. They were chanting along with him. They're like, all right, let's do our own. I've done that. I have music class. I go, oh, hi-yo, ipsinia, hi-yo, ipsinia, hi-yo, ipsinia. Yeah, I sung that in music class. I don't know what that means. Hopefully my Native American supporters could tell me. But that's not mocking Native Americans. If I sing a Kanye West song, yo, Anomaly, why you be mocking me, dog? Kanye, I'm singing along. Can't tell me nothing. Jesus walks, but the devil trying to take me down. Jesus walks with me. You know what the Midwest is, young and restless. I'm not mocking Kanye West. I'm singing along to his song. So if you have kids singing along to a Native American song, they're not mocking him. Could you imagine John Denver in concert? Take me home, country roads, to the place I belong. And then stop the What the F are you guys doing? Mocking me at my own show. How dare you sing along to the song I wrote where you paid money to come and sing along to my song? That's what you effing do when he's playing music and they sung along with the musician. So the whole story was a lie, like I said, and the kids got threatened. You have grown adults like Kathy Griffin. Kathy Griffin, I love you. I love you, Kathy Griffin. I always loved your comedy. As a friend, if you're watching this, you probably aren't, but maybe. You're a pathetic loser because you're a fully grown adult threatening physically and trying to dox little kids. You're a pathetic loser. And any grown adult threatening little kids, you're pathetic losers. And I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this as a friend. Seek help if you have Trump derangement syndrome so much that you're trying to physically and literally harm little kids. Take it out on Trump. Take it out on an adult. I'll take the heat. I already got a little bit of heat, not that much, because I'm an adult. And people are like, F this kid for supporting those kids. Pick on somebody that's an adult at least. Picking on kids is pathetic. So many people threaten these kids for being right. Look at the whole video footage. So I made this video to say, thank you, Jake Tapper. I've been saying for a year that Jake Tapper, I disagree with 90% of the time. But when Jake Tapper's on, that boy fire. I love Jake Tapper. I really do. I don't agree with like nearly anything he says, but I really like Jake Tapper because he's always the one who will do this type of stuff. Chris Cuomo's even had his moments. I mean, I don't like that guy at all, but even he'll be like, Don Lemon, it's not racist to build a wall. Like, it's just a wall. And Don Lemon's like, duh. Like, thank you, S.E. Cup. I don't know that I agree with anything that you say, but thank you for apologizing. Jamie Lee Curtis, thank you. People that tell the truth, Philip DeFranco, you're a good guy, and you're a revolutionary on YouTube telling the truth. Thank you for apologizing. It takes a real man or woman to apologize, and shame on all these celebrities who still haven't retracted, and shame on, I'm going to butcher this guy's name. He's some like country star. He's threatening these kids. He's like a communist country star. 2019, communist country stars in America. Interesting stuff. But thank you to everybody who actually told the truth about this, because these kids are getting physically threatened. I read a whole thread from his brother who's saying, you have no idea how many threats are coming in. And they're not getting threats because they're lying. Even if these kids were scumbags, they're still 15. I don't recommend doing this to any kids. Let alone, and if you notice, people will say, oh, well, they did it to the Parkland kids. If you notice something about me, I posted one true video about them, showing clips of them and telling them I never threatened them. I never did that. And then they got flagged. I took them down, even though they were true and very respectful. But I never talked about those kids. You've never heard me say that kid's name. What's his name? I don't know. Have you ever heard me say it on a stream? I've never said it. Maybe once or twice, like a year ago. I don't talk about them because they're kids. Even now they're 18. I don't care about them. They can march around and lie. You know, I'm bigger than that. I'm older than, I don't want to pick on a 16, 17, 18-year-old. Anyway, thank you to the celebrities who told the truth, because that whole story was lied about. The kids did not start it. They did not mob the kid. The guy go up, and then he went on CNN and literally lied, to the point where CNN employees are even telling people that he lied. He went on there and said, they surrounded me and started chanting, build a wall. There's video footage. There's no footage of them saying build a wall. So not only did they not surround him, they didn't say build a wall. So he lied about that. But here's the thing. Not only, this is how annoying the left is. It's driving people like Tim Pool. I don't know if you guys know Tim Pool. He's like an actual liberal. People say I'm a liberal. I'm not a liberal. I'm a truth teller who leaned left. I was never a Democrat. I just liked liberal ideology. I thought it was more real. But I'm not like, I'm a liberal. I'm not. But Tim Pool considers himself a liberal still. He likes those policies. I don't. And he's like, I realize who the real fascists are, because he went to CNN. He lied about what happened. There's audio and video footage. There's no evidence of what he said happened. He lied about the whole event. But here's the kicker. Even if what he said was true, if they said build a wall and just screamed that at him, that's not racist. That, like, what does that even mean? You have to understand. A wall has to do with Mexico. First of all, a wall's not racist. There's a wall in Israel. There's a wall in Mexico. There's a wall already in America. There's a wall on every single house on the planet. There's a wall in front of every apartment complex. There's walls in front of parking garages so people don't jump in. There's walls at every restaurant. There's walls everywhere because they work. They stop things from coming in, whether it's people, whether it's rain, whether it's animals. There's walls everywhere for people, for animals, for water, for... Why is the refrigerator not an open thing? Because you need walls to keep the temperature in. There's walls everywhere. It's not racist. Second of all, what does build a wall to a Native American have to do with anything? What part of history did they should have? I mean, Native Americans should have built a wall so Christopher Columbus and all these people didn't come over. They should have built a wall. A wall has nothing to do with Native Americans. It has to do with Mexico now. So even if they chanted build a wall, which there's no evidence that I've seen if they did, maybe there's other video footage I haven't seen, that has nothing to do with racism anyway. So the guy lied about, like, that's Trump derangement syndrome. I want to threaten 15-year-old kids. I'm a complete loser. I'm an adult. I'm going to threaten kids who are right. I'm going to lie about a story that happened. I'm going to say they surrounded me when there's video footage of me walking into their face. I'm going to say they said something they didn't. I'm going to say they threatened me when they didn't. They literally were respectful as possible. I wouldn't have been that respectful when I was 15. I wouldn't have been. And they were. So I hope these kids sue the crap out of every celebrity, every news source that physically, violently threatened them, lied about them, and got them threatened. They should sue the living crap out of all of these psychopathic losers. And I hope they win a lot of money. And I hope these people suffer the consequences of lying very harshly about someone. I never, even on my meanest day, I never go at people that hard. I always show love, even for people I don't like. That's why I'm saying thank you, Jake Tapper. Thank you, S.E. Cup. I say it like that because it's got 2 P's. Thank you, Jamie Lee Curtis, for telling the truth. Because if your agenda is high taxes, government control, abandoning guns, taking guns away from people and regulating guns more, regulating free speech, not hiring people based on their race, only hiring people based on their race, not hiring people based on their political representation, you are Mao, you are Pop, you are Stalin, you are Hitler-esque. I'm not going to say you've killed, but that's what'll follow. It always follows. I mean, what else do you think they're going to do? They're threatening kids already. They're threatening to murder little children who are right, and they're rubbing chopped off, circumcised baby dicks on their face, literally, in skin serum. and they have the moral high ground? I love Ellen DeGeneres. I was always a big fan. I stood up for her when the liberal media came at her 3 weeks ago. Ellen DeGeneres thinks she has the moral high ground, saying she won't have Donald Trump on the show. She thinks she's such a good liberal and social justice warrior. I'll never talk to Donald Trump. She parades around with war criminals, Barack Obama and George W. Bush, and has her audience laugh when Sandra Bullock jokes about, or is nervous to say, she injects Korean chopped off baby dicks in her face to make her skin look younger. And these people actually think they have the moral high ground. I'm sorry. There's millions of people. Yesterday, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I don't know. I lose track of time. Whenever Brexit was, I talked to hundreds of people. More than half of the audience was Hispanic. I talked to 50 Hispanic men and women. I talked to Native Americans for Trump. I had lots of black people. I had Big Joe. I don't know if you guys know Big Joe. He did that big viral video at the Women's March. He gave me a book. It was out of a movie. It's like Anomaly. Read this book. Trust me. It's like some next level stuff. But black, Hispanic, Native American, you know what they told me? You wouldn't believe, Anomaly. I work for the state. I work in the business department. You would not believe what they're doing here. It's not just white people. We're all sick of your shit. We all know you're liars. We all know you're racist. We all know you're sexist. We all know you're xenophobic. We all know you're threatening kids. We all know you don't care about human trafficking at the border. You only lie about women and children to push a political agenda. We know you don't like America. We know you don't care about our freedom. We know you don't care about our security. We know you don't want us to be free. We know you don't want us to have the freedom of speech and freedom of thought. We know you want us to be slaves. We know it. Tens of millions of people. 55 million people voted for Trump, 56 or something like that. And guess what? I wasn't one of them. I didn't even vote for him. There's millions of people like me, tens of millions of people like me. I heard stories yesterday. There's people who are on tour with some of the biggest Obama-supporting rappers in the world. And they said, Anomaly, we all love your videos. I'm on stage with this person every night. I don't tell them I like Trump because I want to get their money. I work for this late night host, Anomaly. I like Trump. I'm a Republican. I just don't tell anybody. We're everywhere. Nobody tells you because they just want to take their money, your money, and they hate you. You think that there's not people working at NBC and working for Ellen and all these people who aren't? Probably 50% of our audience, most of the working people, they just look at Hispanics like they're slaves. You have Kelly Osbourne saying, if we don't have any immigrants, who's going to wipe our toilets? That's what they think of immigrants. First of all, you meant illegal immigrants. They don't even know the difference between legal Hispanic citizens, 52 million of them, and illegal immigrants. They don't know the difference. And they're like, if they leave, who's going to clean your toilets? That's what you think of illegal immigrants? They just want a slave class who works under them. You know what they do when Mexican and Hispanics when they work for them? They say, look at all those Mexicans. They must love me because I hate Trump and I don't care about a wall. And you know what those Hispanics are thinking half the time? They're thinking, look at these white piece of trash, racist liberals. I have Hispanic family members who are 100% Hispanics. You know what they tell me? The most racist people are white liberals. They come up to me and think I like Hillary Clinton just because I'm Mexican. And I don't tell them because I don't have the time. I don't care about it. They're not political like me. They're just like, I'll vote who I want to vote for. I'll feel how I want to feel. And I just won't say anything. I don't want to lose my job. I took a ride home with my friend who's Hispanic yesterday. He's like, Anomaly, that was incredible. I learned so much. You know, he was a security guard there. He's like, I learned so much. That was amazing. Congrats. It's my friend. I've already known him for a while. He didn't know I did this stuff or he didn't know how well it was going. And he was like, dude, that Candace Owens event, I learned so much I didn't understand. It's like, that's how Hispanics feel. They don't like white liberals that often. Some of them do. But all the people working for you probably hate you. All my Uber drivers and Lyft drivers love Trump. All of them work. Oh my God. They bet, like literally, I'm sitting out today. Someone came up to me, gave me a hug, nearly cried, and paid for my entire meal. She said, how can I donate? I said, go buy yourself something, please. I don't need money. She came back and paid for my meal. Because they're so happy that I'm not a psychopathic, pathetic loser like these white liberals and Jewish liberals who rub baby dicks on their face and and there's black and Asian liberals too. They're just as bad. There's liberals of all shapes and sizes. I just say white and Jewish liberals because with this MAGA story, they promoted a story that was fabricated by black Israelites, and black Israelites hate white liberals and white Jews. That's why I'm singling out white liberals and white Jews. First of all, they have a majority of power, besides the Saudis who fund all the company and probably others. Second of all, you are bringing about your own demise. No one hates you more than black Israelites, and they're like, we love black Israelites. They want to kill you. They want to murder you, and they want to go live in Israel. They don't like you. It's ridiculous. And I say this because none of your employees probably like you. They hate you. I know this stuff because they tell me how much they don't like you, and I don't hate anyone. I'm just saying they look out at these people and they say, look at a good person. I have all these Mexicans landscaping for me and cleaning my toilets and being my security, and they love me because I love all immigrants, and they love that I hate Trump. No, they did. Why do you think that? Have you ever had a conversation with them? Have you ever asked them? I talk to people all the time. I just got a Spanish dictionary. I speak pretty good Spanish, but I want to speak better Spanish. I have conversations with my Hispanic friends and new Hispanic people I meet all the time. None of them like you. I can't find a single one that's like, yeah, I really love white liberals and Jewish liberals. They're the best. They just want your money. They just want to make money from you, and then they go home, probably watch Fox News, or probably don't care about politics at all. They don't actually believe you. You're not actually standing up for them. Every time you do this stuff, Trump's Hispanic support skyrockets because people from Mexico, people from Honduras, people from Venezuela, people from El Salvador, they're not stupid. They're actually probably smarter than you and probably like more cultured than you and come from a place where they're very grateful to be here, and they don't want to rock the boat, so they don't say anything. I am lucky enough to not give a fuck because my whole life I've never given a fuck. To be honest, since kindergarten. I was getting suspended in kindergarten. I never got along. I got suspended probably like 3 times. I punched 3 kids in the face, not because any reason they were bullying me, and I don't get bullied. They would hit me, and then it's game over. I never gave a fuck, and I'm lucky enough that I can say this stuff now, but a lot of people can't. So I just want to say, all of these media sources, people don't actually like you. You don't own the narrative. You don't have the moral high ground. We get what you're doing. You're trying to steal our freedom. You're trying to steal our money. You're trying to make us a permanent slave class so we can just do things for you, and you could act like you're better. And you're chopping off Korean baby dicks and rubbing them on your faces. I'm sorry. The game is over. The narrative is over. You don't have the moral high ground, and you're losing it slowly, 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 slowly. And you know what you are? A loser magnet. The Democratic Party and the liberal media is now a loser magnet, because now losers of every race, religion, and gender appeal to that false narrative of total lies, judging people based on skin color rather of content of character. Only losers are buying into that, or people who are very weak or naive or foolish. A lot of progressives that don't agree with me, they still say hi. Anomaly, I'm here with the socialists. They don't hit me. That's because I don't hate on. I tell the truth about how I feel about socialism. They still show me love because even they don't like the Democrats. The whole socialist wing hates Democrats. No, only very confused, weak people that are like, thinking you're telling them the truth like you. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I feel terrible for those people. You're misleading them. You're making them mentally ill. You're driving them insane. Stop doing it. You're hurting millions of good people. But you're also a loser magnet for the world's worst people. Yeah, F Trump, dog, F that, F this, F these kids. I want to kill these kids. Yeah, that's who the Democratic Party is. Trump's like, I love God. I love this country. I love the world. He's getting the best of the best. When I was at Blexit, you had amazing Hispanics, amazing black, amazing Jews. There's a Hasidic Jew. There's some black people, some Hispanics, Native Americans for Trump, white people, every race, religion, and gender. The best of the best. People who work for the town, people who are poor, people who are middle class, people who are doing pretty well, people who run for governor, the good people, all of them. You throw an event for an F Trump event, you're a loser magnet. You become a loser magnet. And I'm sure there's some cool people who like you too, but come on already. And my grandma, I'm just going to say real quick before I leave, my grandma likes Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert, stop brainwashing my grandma. They take advantage of people who are easy to control. Like my grandma's in her 70s or 80s. She's getting older. And she likes Stephen Colbert now and says she doesn't like Trump. I'm like, Grandma, do you think illegal immigrants should live here for free and get free health care? And she's like, oh, no. Then why do you like Stephen Colbert? Oh, I hate Trump. I hate Kushner. They take advantage of old people. They take advantage of young people. They take advantage of women and children. Look at what they do. They're sick, disgusting people. They rub Korean baby dicks on their face. They take advantage of children. They threaten teenagers. They take advantage of women because women can tend to be vulnerable. So they have a women's march. They take advantage of old people, young people, and women, blacks and Hispanics. They prey off of emotions and past oppressions that they created, things that they did in the world before and in the world now. And Republicans like George Bush and everybody before him. I'm not a big Republican fan. They're a bunch of losers too. Trump's the only one I really like. Trump, Rand Paul, like 5 other people. The rest, they're all kind of losers. And I'm not saying that to be mean. That's why they don't book me on Fox News. People say, oh no, you're like Fox News. No, I'm not. They don't book me because I only like Tucker Carlson. And even Tucker Carlson did this whole weed speech. He's like, weed is worse than alcohol. No, it's not, Tucker Carlson. I love Tucker, but stop, bro. Relax. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's part of the body. I don't want to get into that, but it's not worse than alcohol. Anyway, I'm not Fox News. I'm just not a liar. I don't get brainwashed by the Democratic Party. And stop taking advantage of my grandma, Stephen Colbert, you dick. You're hilarious, but my grandma, like, she's like, I like all these things because I watch Stephen Colbert. I'm like, ugh. They're always taking advantage of old people, young people, women, and minorities. They don't empower them. They're like, you're a minority. They're not. You know who's a minority? White people. White people are a minority on the planet. Islam is on the rise. They're having 3, 4, 5 babies, and you're aborting white babies at a ridiculous rate. White people are not the majority. I mean, you should tell the black people that they're the majority. Make them feel good. Be like, you're an American. You're the 100% majority. If you like Trump, if you support this country, you're the 100% majority. If you're American, you're a majority. If you're a man, you're a slight majority or a slight not majority. If you're a woman, you're a majority. They don't want you to be the majority. That's why they call you the minority. That's why I don't use that word. It's a demeaning word. If I look at my friend and I'm like, you're a person of color and a minority. No, they're not. They're my friend. That's John. That's Jesse. They're not a minority. They're a majority. They're not a person of color. They're a little bit blacker than me. They're not white. He's like pink. Unless you're from like Greenland, you're not really white. You're like pink. And if you're black, unless you're super like Nigerian or from Africa, you're not black really. You're like brown. But they're not a person of color or a minority. They're a majority. And in the world, whites are not the majority. And it's not looking good for white people. I'm not saying it's bad. It's still the best time to be alive. But white people are not doing well in South Africa. White people are not doing well in Europe. And white people are, the tables have turned against white people in America, and everyone knows it. Some people say it's justified. Some people say it's terrible, but you Google search. I did this search the other day too, and then we're going to take off. Thank you guys for staying. I did a Google search. It said, why is the media? And it says, why is the media important? Why is the media powerful? Why is it? You search on Bing, which is unfiltered. Google is so ridiculously rigged and filtered. They say, why is the media biased against white people? Why does the media hate white people? Why does the media hate Trump? Why is the media biased? Why is the media corrupt? Like, that's all the top searches. So Google rigs everything to create a matrix of, we are the greatest, but no one likes them. Like, there's millions upon tens of millions of Hispanics who like Trump. And I have to say, to the Republican Party, who is very soft. But to be honest, it's hard to be Republican. I can't imagine being an actual senator. You're probably getting death threats every day from, like, psychopathic white women. Do something about ballot harvesting. Do something about election cheating, because I guarantee they're going to cheat next election. They're threatening teenagers and rubbing baby penises, chopped off baby dicks, on their faces. You think they're not going to cheat in an election? No, they wouldn't do that. They're rubbing Korean baby dicks on their faces, and they convinced a whole audience at Ellen to laugh at that. Look up the clip. Korean baby dicks on her face. And everyone's like, ha 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 ha, I'm so much better than Trump and people who love this country and have a job and a family and love God. They're rubbing baby dicks on their face. They're going to cheat next election if you don't figure out a way to stop them. Oh my goodness. Throw one up to Jesus Christ. We need it. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless America. And God bless the world. Thank you guys for joining. Someone said, every time I say that, I almost piss yourself. Don't pee yourself. That's some R. Kelly stuff. That's like the Chappelle Show. Piss on you. If you guys seen that. If not, that's totally inappropriate. I never said it. If you'd like to support, first thing you could do is go to my YouTube page. My last video is me and Roseanne in a Tesla. listening to reggae music. That's a life goal right there. Just, I didn't even mean to do it. She's just like, come in the Tesla. And literally the first thing she's got on is just reggae music. She's the realest one. She's like, I love reggae music. She's singing along. Legendary stuff. Log in. I sound like a CAPTCHA. Log in and tell me you're not a robot. Click. Which ones are the taxi? I hate that thing. Which ones are the taxi? I don't know. Which ones have signs in it? And then in the CAPTCHAs, the are you a robot things, then you click and some have half a sign. Like, does that have a sign in it? And then you click and they're like, no. I'm like, a robot could probably do a better job than I could do. This is really hard to do. Anyway, subscribe to my YouTube. Donor box and Patreon. I appreciate everyone supporting. Thank you to Amy who bought my lunch today. I told you not to, but you did. Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you to the hundreds of people I met at Blexit. You guys gave me real life energy. Like, I always do this online. To see everyone in person after the event, I literally almost cried. I had to fight it back because it was just a beautiful feeling to like really get to connect with everybody. And Big Joe, the legend, came up and said how I love Big Joe. Thank you. Nice meeting everybody. Thank you, Candace Owens, for letting me speak at the hip hop panel. Candace, you're a legend for that. You're a real one. We'll talk soon. Thank you to everyone supporting. But I got Patreon, donor box. Sign up to my free email list. I'm the opposite of a spammer. I don't send 20 emails a week. I haven't sent one in 2 months. But it is nice to compile all of your emails in that database. So when I do need to sting it, or if I go on tour or something, I have all your emails. So sign up to my free email list. Some people say anomaly. The email list is not working. Try like later. I don't know. Sometimes it has errors. I don't know what to do. I'm too busy now to like take your email to the side. I'm getting like 10 emails a day. When I log into Instagram now, it's a blessing, but I have like 40 or 60 Instagram messages now. It's getting to the point where I'm going to have to stop answering Instagram messages because I can't sit on my phone all day and answer messages. So please, if you do listen, hear me out real quick. Facebook, I can't really answer messages at all. Sorry about that. And Instagram, you can hit me up and I'll answer, but don't, like, someone sent me a really cool post yesterday that I used, the Google Bing one, but don't freak out and be like, anomaly, oh my God. Like, I can't do that. And I can't answer 60 messages. So try to message me if it's important or if it's like, if you think it's vital, but I physically can't answer messages. I want to say real quick before I leave, I'm probably the only person at my level, and maybe not, maybe I'm wrong, but I think so. I don't have a manager. I don't have a record label. I don't have a management company. I don't have a media company. I don't have an assistant. I don't have a team. I literally do I answer every message by myself. I film every video by myself. I edit every video by myself. I literally have 0 people. It's awesome. I feel like everyone, like, I have this self thing where like everyone's like, you can't do it. You need this and that. You blah, blah. I'm trying to break a record. I'm trying to just be the biggest person that doesn't actually have any help at all. It's great. And I like it. And I'm not stressed out or anything, but that's why I blocked someone the other day. She said, go to bed, you look tired. I literally just took a 4-hour nap. I felt great. Sometimes I just don't fix my hair because I don't care. I'm busy. I just edited 5 videos. I'm not tired. I blocked her and someone said, hey, that's my wife. And everyone's like, anomaly, the internet fame got to anomaly. No, I'm blocking you. Use your energy in a positive manner. Say like, thank you, or say something constructive. Don't say, anomaly, you look tired, go take a nap. You take a nap. Now you're blocked. Now you can't watch any videos. I don't need it. I just took a nap. I feel amazing. And I just made 3 videos by myself that went more viral than people with $1 million budgets, 15 donors, and a team of 60 people. Like, that's pretty amazing. The last thing I want to do is log in, go take a nap. No, I just took a nap. I feel amazing. I'm going to make my 3rd video of the day, and I feel great doing it. I might look ugly. My hair might be messed up. I might look like I'm tired, but I'm not. So that's when people get blocked. And someone's like, that's my wife. She's a big fan. And then I felt bad. I'm like, okay, I'll unblock her. But stop doing that. It's not the internet fame getting to me. I don't care. It's just like, why? It's 2 people. I want to say 2 before I leave. This is funny. I met this guy, and he's like, hey, anomaly, a big fan. Yeah, last night. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I've been blocking some people or whatever. I made a joke about it. He's like, yeah, you blocked me on Instagram. I was like, why did I block you? He's like, I don't know, man. It's okay. I blocked you. Unblocked me. So I unblocked him today. And then I met another woman who, she's great. She was like, anomaly, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I just met this guy who said I blocked him on Instagram. She was like, oh, yeah, you blocked me too. And I was like, what did I block you for? She's like, oh, no. You didn't block me on my personal account. You blocked me on a different one. I was like, why? She's like, oh, I was sending you too many things. I don't know if this was her, but literally, all right, Like, I don't block people for no reason. Someone sent me like 50 messages every day, like 10, 10, 10. And I'm like, hey, can you please stop sending messages? And someone said, no, I can't stop sending messages. Like, I'm in the zone. It's too powerful. You're going to get blocked. You sent me 50 messages. I said, stop, please, politely. Can you please stop sending messages? No, I can't. It's like a cycle I have. It's not the internet fame getting to my head. It's like basic, like, respect. Like, stop. You're like banging on someone's door. Dude, can you stop? No, I'm doing it. I'm in the zone. I'm banging on everyone's door. I don't care. Stop. But people were coming up to me like, you blocked me. I'm like, it's funny, but I'm not trying to be a blocker, but like, yo, stop doing that. Thank you guys. I appreciate everyone supporting on DonorBox, on Patreon. I want to say this real quick. Sorry, I'm extending it, but people like it, so we're going to stay. Everyone keeps asking me, how come you didn't delete Patreon? How come you didn't delete Patreon? You're not the realest one. You're not real like Jordan Peterson and Dave Rubin. First of all, Jordan Peterson are, and no disrespect, I like Jordan Peterson. I like Dave Rubin. They're great. They're signed to CAA, which is like the biggest talent agency in the world. They're both signed to CAA, which is great. I'm just saying they're making millions of dollars, and they're also creating a new platform, which is in the process to be the new Patreon, in which they're going to make more money in a month on this new platform that they're creating. They're going to make more in a month than they did in 5 years on Patreon. They have the ability to make $1 billion business, and they know that. And I'm not knocking that. That's great. That's smart. But it's like, it's not like they're throwing away all this money for nothing. They're throwing it away, and they're going to build a platform to make more money. I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it. What I'm saying is I'm making $1,000 to $2,000 a month, if that. The guy who's at $1,000, he pulls out every month. I only make $1,000, so I've never actually got $2,000 a month. I'm making $1,000 a month. They're making $50,000 to $100,000 a month, if not $1 million. Like Jordan Peterson's making millions of dollars. He's going to have like 10, 20, 30, 40, $100 million soon, which is great. But I'm not going to delete Patreon now and lose $2,000 a month when there's no new thing. If I change to Subscribestar or something, now they're going to create a new platform in 3 months, and now I'm going to have to switch from Patreon again. I'm staying on Patreon. If they create a platform that's better than Patreon, and it's like more just, then I'll switch to that when it's created. But I'm not going to throw away $6,000. Just like, to be honest, to me, I get what they're doing, and they have enough money to do it, but I wouldn't blame them either. If they would have kept like the $60,000 a month or whatever they were getting for 4 months, 4 more months, and then built the platform, what's so bad about that? Like, it's not going to tank Patreon. Like, Patreon's not going down. They've already made tens of millions of dollars. It's not like, I get the thing of it, like, yes, but like, you have to understand, people are like, not very many, but people are like, oh, this really changes Anomaly for me. It's like, why? Because I'm trying to make $4,000 extra instead of throwing it away. Why is and a lot of my favorite people got deleted off Twitter or YouTube. The same people saying that, they still have Facebook, they still have Instagram, they still have YouTube, they still have Twitter, they still have everything, because you can't delete everything. I have an Apple product. It's like, I don't like Tim Cook, but Apple iPhones and computers are good. So, you know, the same people that hate me for that, they're on all these other platforms. You got to pick the beast. Which ones you like, which ones you don't, which ones make sense, which ones they don't. I don't hate on these platforms. Even Patreon, yeah, they kicked off, even if they kicked off me, the fact that they allowed me to make $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, that's more than I had before. How could I be mad at Facebook? Yeah, I get it. Zuckerberg's corrupt. I'm making money on Facebook now. I have 250 million views, and I can't walk anywhere without someone nearly crying, saying, Anomaly, thank you for your videos. Like, oh, I'm so mad at Facebook for giving me a career and making everyone in the world see my videos and changing the landscape of America and humanity forever for the better. Man, I'm so mad at Zuckerberg. No, I'm incredibly grateful. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. I get it. There's way too many psychopathic liberals, but even amongst all that bad, I still see the good. Like, Facebook changed my life. You're only watching me now because of Facebook. Like, it's not, people think I'm so crazy for being like so optimistic. I'm not mean, I'm not weak, I'm not stupid, I'm not an Israeli agent, I'm not working for the Mossad, I'm not working for the government, I'm not a shill. I'm just a normal person who worked really hard for a really long time, and I'm really chill. Like, this is really who I am. Like, I'm happy, I enjoy my life, and I see the good in everyone. I see the good in Jordan Peterson. I see the good in Dave Rubin and Joe Rogan. I see the good in Ben Shapiro, although I disagree with him on a lot, I see the good in everybody. And some people I don't like at all. But it's like just because I see the good in that, it doesn't mean I'm a shill or I'm a liar. It means I might be the realest one. I might know that they serve a purpose. I might know that albeit I disagree with that, and that, they've had a net good impact on the world. And that's what it's about. We have enough horrible, wretched people who rub baby dicks on their face. So, the world could profit from people who actually break the narrative a little bit and lead people in the right direction. They might not do everything I do, but guess what? I'm dropping so many gems tonight for free. But, people will probably donate. Anyway, if there's someone not doing something, the beautiful part about it is not that they're a terrible person. The beautiful part about it is you can do that, and that makes you you. That's why uniqueness is great. I'm not mad at everybody for being them. If they were all like me, I'd have to go work and do digital marketing for somebody for like $15 to $20 an hour. That's why I'm glad the media sucks. I'm not glad, honestly, because they're ruining a bunch of lives. I wish I didn't have to do this, but I'm happy now. That's why I'm here. If everyone was like me, I wouldn't be me. If everybody I didn't like that much, if Ben Shapiro did what I did, no one would tune in. The great part about it is no one does exactly what I do, and that's what makes me so special and unique and important. And that's a beautiful thing. So there's no reason, Anomaly doesn't want to delete his Patreon, so he's working for the Israeli government. I'm not working for the U.S. government. I get these comments all the time. I hung out with Roseanne just because she's Jewish. Roseanne is like the realest Jew ever. Just wait till you hear Jesse Lee's podcast. She'll call out other Jews. Other Jews, liberal Jews, don't like Roseanne. She got her show that was #1 taken off the air. Laura Loomer got banned on Twitter and Facebook. Liberal Jews don't like honest Jews. I'm not working for the Mossad. Roseanne loves Israel. Roseanne's a Jew. Roseanne loves her people. Roseanne loves the truth, and she'll speak truth to power and call out the people at the top, even if they're Jewish. I've never been to Israel. I'm not Jewish. I've never even been there. I've never had a conversation with anybody related to I don't have to say this. I'm just being honest. Like, people are like, I'm 100% sure Anomaly's working for the U.S. government. No, I'm not. Everything I say checks out. Like, what part of anything I said doesn't check out? Oh, yeah, the U.S. government, the Mossad, sent Anomaly here to tell the truth to everybody and show them love and kindness and compassion and strength and honor and like real narratives that break the mainstream media and call out liberal Jews who are lying and liberal white people and liberal black people and liberal Asians who are lying. Yeah, what benefit would the U.S. or the Israeli government have if I came here and broke down the lies of the mainstream media? I'm anti-Syrian war. Israel's government wants us to stay in Syria. If I worked for Israel's government, I would be like Ben Shapiro. I'd be like, no, we got to stay in Syria. We got to stay out there so we can fight for Israel. I speak against that. It's ridiculous. And then people say I work for the U.S. government. No, like I tell more deep diving real stuff than anyone does. Just because I don't agree with them on like 3 things, like Anomaly doesn't like QAnon now. But I don't have a problem with QAnon's posts. I don't like the QAnon people. I don't like the humans who could decode QAnon, who have big egos, and who use their platform to weaponize against other good people who've been doing good work for decades before they could even tie their shoes straight or even know a lick about deep diving stuff. So that's why I say it. I'm not working for a government. And I don't even have to say this. I just want to let people know who actually watch me. I think it's funny, and I just want to talk about it. But thank you guys for listening. God bless you. God bless America. God bless your family. God bless the world. I'll be back tomorrow with more posts and later this week. Trying to think what's going on this week. I got some cool stuff going on. I'm excited, but it's been an amazing year. I've had already like the best January ever in my life. Thank you, Andrew Clavin. Thank you, Jesse Lee Peterson. Thank you, Roseanne. Thank you, Candace Owens. Thank you, everyone at Blexit. Thank you, everyone watching. Thank you to Owen Benjamin. Owen Benjamin, I was watching his live stream. I love Owen Benjamin. And he had me, people are like, Anomalies here. Owen Benjamin, real quick. Sorry, I'm like filibustering, but it's all good. Owen he has like 6,000, 7,000 people just ranting on YouTube every day. It's great. He's like the last comedian who doesn't give a flying F. And people are like, Anomalies here. And he let me call in like 2 hours in the live stream randomly. I was like playing a video game, having fun, and I called in. Thank you to Owen Benjamin. Thank you to Flecka's. I'm in Flecka's new video. It's all about the gratefulness. Check out Flecka's new video on Twitter. That's not only a good YouTuber. If you guys don't know Flecka's, Fleccas. He's also a really good friend, good guy. Thank you to Elijah Schaefer from Slightly Offensive. He had me in his Women's March video too. And thank you to Will Witt from PragerU. He said I'm in the PragerU Women's March video. So thank you to everybody who's really helped me level up this year, and a lot of cool things going on. You know, I'm just focused on staying blessed and staying grateful, or else everything, like MLK said. I'm gonna wrap it up with this. Peace is not merely a distant goal that we seek, but a means by which we arrive at that goal. And that's true. You're never going to find peace unless you find it now. And I wasn't peaceful and happy when everything started going good, like now. I was peaceful and happy 3 years ago when I had $1,000 in my bank account, when I could barely pay for rent, when I had a small room in an apartment that had mold and I couldn't even breathe. I had to move out to a small studio apartment that had like bed bugs. I'm not gonna lie, I had bed bugs, and it was a disgraceful apartment that I was getting sick in. I had strep throat 3 times in a row. I was sick for 3 months. I was still grateful. I made a almost viral video with strep throat, and I was like, I'm thankful that I'm still able to do this. So the peace, like MLK said, the peace doesn't come when everything goes good. The peace comes in your life, and the blessings come when you can appreciate where you're at in your life, and you can appreciate good health or even bad health. It could be worse. And the fact that I could still create while I can barely speak. The blessings don't come and the peace doesn't come later. It comes now. Life is not a destination that you get to. It's the journey. Like MLK said, peace is not merely a distant goal that we seek, but a means by which we arrive at that goal. Thank you guys. Have a good week. I'll be back.